So it was established in 1816 by the brothers Jafflin. It was a family company for more than a century, and then it was acquired by the company. So we're called as negociant, and then we're going to do also vinification, aging, and bottling.
Oh.
So this is where we're going to produce all our wines.
Mm-hmm.
So for us, all the harvest is done by hand. We don't do any machine
Mm-hmm.
to keep the quality of the grapes.
Mm-hmm.
For the whites, the vinification and fermentation will be done in the cellars, in the
Mm-hmm.
aging barrels.
Mm-hmm.
And for the red, the vinification will be done here.
Here. Mm.
So we're going to sort the grapes twice,
Mm-hmm.
and then the grapes go directly in the wood vats for 3 to 4 weeks during
Mm-hmm.
the fermentation.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Be careful of the steps, so maybe a bit slippery.
Yes. 여기도. Wow.
So welcome to our cellars. So this is the cellars for red wine.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to age for 15 to 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
So in this Salé, you used to have all the 2023. Now it's not here anymore because we did the bottling a few weeks ago.
Oh.
And here you have all the 2024.
Oh, from last year.
So the barrels, we're going to change them every like 4 to 5 times, and we're going to ask the barrel maker to blend inside in order to give it a bit of walnut flavors of spices. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to use medium burn in order to bring a bit of spice, but not too much.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're only going to work with French oak.
Mm-hmm.
And this is burgundy size barrels, so 228 liters, which makes about 300 bottles.
300 bottle from this one.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. And so this is mostly it for the reds.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Like what when what was the year you said this building was built?
So the end of the 12th century.
12th century. Wow. Mm.
And so we also have the white wine cellar, which will be this way.
Mm-hmm. 여기 또 있어. 오, 샤르도네. 그래요. So they think that the it's totally different from Alps in Champagne area and here.
Yeah, it's really different. Champagne, it will be like really deep, deep and underground, and different kind of rocks as well. It's mostly made of clay, so it's really cold and everything. For us, it's mostly like just rocks, and it's less deep and not the same temperature as well. Then it's really, really cold as for us. That's warm, I would say.
Yeah.
So for the whites, they're going to age for 8 to 10 months in the barrels.
Oh, these are whites?
Yeah, this is only the white. So only Chardonnay. For the red, it was only Pinot Noir. And so this is only the 2024 vintage. Because the bottling is always done like around July. So, yeah. For the barrels, we're going to change them every 4 times. And we can do what we call some batonnage. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh, yes, batonnage.
Yeah.
So you mix.
Yeah, so for us, we stopped it a few years ago. Because with the climate changing, the whites are naturally high in alcohol, so naturally heavy body. And if you bring too much batonnage, you might lose all the freshness and the acidity that you must get. So that's why. There is still a lot of places around here that is still doing some batonnage.
But you don't do anymore?
No, we don't.
Okay.
We stopped around like 2018, something like this.
Okay.
Do you want me to remind to you the difference between regional appellation, village, village premier cru, grand cru? Yeah? Okay. I'm just going to... Sorry. So, to make it easy to understand, I'll let you imagine a hill. At the base of your hill, you're going to have all the regional appellation. It's going to be Bourgogne Chardonnay, Bourgogne Pinot Noir, Crémant de Bourgogne. those wines, you can purchase them everywhere around Burgundy. Wherever you are, as long as the grapes come from here, you can make this wine. So you're going to have a lot of surface, but a low altitude, an average exposition to the sun, and a soil that is not too complex. Like maybe you will get 1 layer of clay, 1 layer of limestone, and that would be all. You go up a little bit, you have all the village appellation. It will be, for instance, Chagny, Nuit Saint-Georges, Beaune, Mercurey, Puy-Fussé. It means that all the grapes come from only this village. So you will have less surface, but a higher altitude, better exposition, better soil. So you're supposed to have better quality wine. You go up again a little bit, you have all the village premier cru appellation. It will be Savigny-les-Beaunes premier cru, Beaune premier cru, and Santé premier cru and Beaune premier cru. So it means that all the grapes come from only this village on certain plots that were classified as premier cru. So the difference with the village appellation is that for the village, you can purchase it on every plot of the village. As for the premier cru, only the best one of them. Less surface, but a higher altitude, better exposition, better soil. And at the really top, you will have the famous Grand Cru, which is only limited to one plot. Here, the name of the plot is the name of the Grand Cru, Clos de Vougeot, for example. And yeah, the name will take after the name of the plot, and he's supposed to make the perfect wine because it's supposed to have the perfect attitude and everything, even though it doesn't really exist. But the more you go up, the less wine you're going to produce because first you have less surface. But also because the less the wine is going to produce, the more concentrated will be grapes, so the more complex will be wine. And so the more you go up, the more expensive it is. It goes with it. Pretty good. The map of Côte de Beaune. Do you know the climat de Bourgogne? Do you know about it or not that much? No? Okay. So basically, do you know what is a terroir?
Terroir, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So the terroir will be the area where the grapes is going to grow. For us in Burgundy, it will be our plot. Every plot has a different terroir, which means that even though those two plots are right next to each other, they won't be producing the same wine because maybe Le Clos du Roi will have more clay, and maybe Le Renard will be a little bit more exposed to the sun. And will be like this over all Burgundy. We have more than 1,200 different plots, which means more than 1,200 different ways of making a wine differently with the same grape variety, same winemaker, same vintage, which makes Burgundy complicated at the end. And everything was discovered by the monks in the 12th century. It was them that discovered all the different kind of things all the different kind of plots that we had in the past. And since they were really good in science and maths, they did a lot of analysis and they ended up with this map. So basically, without the monks, we wouldn't be able to have the wine that we have now. And since in Burgundy, we don't like to do like everybody does, we won't be calling it plot of terroir, but we're going to call it climat. Because climat is an old Greek word which means the soil, and the climat of Burgundy were registered in the UNESCO patrimony in 2015 for the one of Côte de Nuit and Côte de Beaune because that's the most famous one. But you're also going to find climat on Côte Chalonnaise, Mâconnais, and Chalizier. So Ladois is a village located in the north of Côte de Beaune, in the limits of Côte de Nuit. So it's a village that mostly produces red wine. We only have a small part that is in white. It's a 2018 really good vintage Burgundy.
Yes.
Both are red and white, really good quality, quantity, and it's already 6 years old. So you will see the evolution of the wine, but you still have a little bit of freshness, which maintains the balance.
But I mean, 2018 was really hot year, right?
Yeah, we did the harvest in August. So yeah, it was quite hot.
Oh, 향 좋다.
I guess it smells good.
So 18 is, I think, good to drink now because when the first time it was released, I thought it was like too strong.
Yeah. It depends on your taste, but yeah, it's really nice to taste right now. I think you can still keep it a little bit, to let it age, but it's really good to taste now.
Wow.
How many times take time in oak barrel for this?
It was aged 10 months in
10
oak.
months?
Yeah. So in oak French, it's just to mean the highest point of the village. And Les Vagelès is a plot to the northern part of Savigny-les-Beaunes. It's right next to a forest, which means that even though it's hotter in summer, you still have a little bit of freshness due to the wind of the forest and the shadow of the tree. 2020, quite a hot vintage for us. Like spring was quite sunny and hot, summer as well, but we still managed to get a nice acidity and freshness. It's kind of similar to 2018. So you will see that it's quite fresh. It's really fresh. It's quite floral, stuff like this. Yeah.
And what was the year like in Burgundy 2020?
For the vintage, you mean? The vintage, it was really nice. Like, 2020 was a really good vintage for us. Like, for all the appellation, it was a really good thing. And all the wineries managed to make a really good wine to be good to drink now or to keep in time. So.
Oh, okay. Because like when you love Burgundy wine, you have to know also the characteristic of the each vintage.
Yeah, like 2020 is it's a vintage you can go for it. Like when you say it, you know it's going to be a good wine. Each vintage will be kind of different. Like 2021 is pretty light, pretty fresh. 2022 can be it's really wrong, not a lot of acidity, so it's really on the wrongness. So yeah, it will play a little bit, but you have to, when you're interested in the vintage, you have to look at the weather, like the general weather, and then you will know if it was a cold year, then it will be a light and quite fresh wine. If it was a hot year, then it can be pretty wrong with not a lot of acidity. So Sur-les-Beaunes, it's a village that is right next to, it's a plot that is right next to Allos-Corton. And it's a 2019. 2019, a really hot year, so hot that we didn't get a lot of quantities at the end. But the quality was really nice. We had a lot of acidity and stuff like this. It's already evolved a little bit, so you have some like leathery kind of flavor. But it's still pretty light because Sur-les-Beaunes is known to be quite a light red wine. So you will pass some Centenay, Premier Cru, Les Gravières. So Centenay is a village in the south of Côte de Beaune, so we are just right next to Côte Chalonnaise, so we are really just here. And it's on the plot Les Gravières. So Les Gravières, because on the surface you have a lot of pebbles, which makes this nice minority. So 2018, same vintage as the Ladois, but you will see that it's quite still pretty fruity with some tannins, so it's still pretty fresh to drink.
매일 드시면 그렇게 해야 돼. 오늘 먹을 때 내일 뭐 먹으려고 양을 할지 내일 제하시고.
I don't think I've never had that good Ladois before.
Really?
Yeah.
Glad you like it.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have that many ranges of Ladois importing into Korea, so.
떡들 맛있네.
오, 얘가
탄이 좋고 상큼하고.
와,
low tannin의 fresh. Flavor is like flower.
Yeah. Pretty fresh. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Wow.
When did you open?
All Wednesday. Really big plot in Beaune, and you just have a little bit that goes up. That is around the bubbles, which is Placenta. It's pretty small. It's less than a hectare. It's about like 0.37 hours, so it's pretty small. We only produce 2,000 bottles a year for the only good years. And 2018, some vintage as a Centenay, but you will see that it's completely different. It has nothing to look at.
달라? 달라?
달라?
그러네. 오, wow.
It's pretty different.
tannin이, it still has like tannin and it has more complexity, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's softer tannins compared to this one. This one is a little bit like fresher, I would say. This one is really smooth. You have some spices, leathery, gamey flavors, and it's really interesting.
진짜 gamey flavor라는 표현이 딱.
MSG 그런 묘사를 섞은 것 같은데.
한국에 들어오나 안 들어오나는 모르겠는데 여기 아까 미국에서 얼마라고?
50불, 이거는 30불, 50불 다 밑이야.
라도아 여기는 더 쌀 것 같은데 여기 현지라서.
한국에 들어와도 5만 원이 같은 6만 원.
버건디 와인은 그렇게 싸진 않을 거야.
만났어?
아니야. 그냥 레지오날은 가능한데 라두아 같이 빌리지 이름 붙는 거는